All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome everyone here to the State of Synth. My name is Dennis G.
And I'm Neon Fox. Round two,
no echo. Sometimes it just happens, Jules. This is technology at work, for better or worse.
Okay, we'll do it live.
Indeed, it just goes to show we are indeed doing it live. And yeah, it's not a perfect science because we have a lot of things. There's a lot of gears in motion. There's a lot of wheels and moving parts, Jules? It's just how it is sometimes. But, we manage.
Speaking about moving parts, I just want to remind everyone, if you are listening in the YouTubes or in the IRCs or the Discords, pop in and say hi in the chats.
Yes.
We like shouting out names. We got some names we should shout out right away.
Oh, let's do it.
All right. By the way, tonight, Dennis, our guest.
Oh my God. Yes.
Ooh,
I'm ready. Melting my face
scary.
off. I am ready to go.
And look at this. Our guest brought along We Are Magonia.
What? Are you kidding me?
Les Français.
Nice. Is this Frank? I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, it's got to be Frank.
Who dat? Shout out.
But we've also got our friend Howell's in the house.
Nice.
And Time Strider and Ta. And this guy Dystarian. I've never seen him before.
Yeah, he's kind of like a mystery man.
Yep.
The mystery man.
And, if you're listening, folks, our guest Draven is in the IRC chat and the YouTube chats.
Yeah.
So say hi.
Indeed.
King Alkaiser. Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the program, as they say. We are indeed a live synthwave radio show that does music news, interviews, and what else do we do, Jules?
We
news.
play music.
Did I say news?
Yes, you said news.
All right.
News, interviews, reviews.
Jules, I am so excited, man. I am super excited tonight because do you know what tonight is?
It's the day after your birthday.
It is also, it is the day after my birthday, but that also means the day after my birthday is we get close to that Black Friday vibe. I don't know if do you guys celebrate Black Friday? Is that a thing over there?
It's spilled over into Canada. We got the Black Friday week sales and then the Black Friday sales.
Yes, this is what I do, Jules. I use my birthday as an excuse to buy whatever the hell I want, and of course you get a good deal on the Black Fridays. So I'm looking at all the games on Steam right now. I'm looking at some fun. The Stray game, it's about a cat that's running around. Dystarian, if you are indeed listening, let me know how that Stray game is, because I think I've seen it on your Steam list. In fact, guys, we want to let you know, before I digress too much, we do have a official Night Ride FM Steam group. It is called, I guess, Night Ride FM, I guess. If anyone has any links to our Steam group, let's steam up, man. We'll talk games and all that stuff when we're not talking about synthwave. But speaking of synthwave, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe we should play a tunage before we bring our topic in and our special guest and all that. What do you got going on over there?
We got a couple of tunes we can bring on. But first off, quick shout out to Angel P909 and our buddy Craig Packman, all the way down from Perth, Australia. Craig, I'm sorry about today's football match.
Oh.
Better luck next time. My team won.
Oh, indeed. Is that the...
Français, allez les bleus.
That's the football, not American football.
With a foot.
Gotcha. Very nice.
All right. But anyways, to celebrate that, let's play a good song.
Let's celebrate with a good song. That is always the way. Celebrate. Winning and losing, no matter what. Music will soothe the savage sadness of life.
So, Outland Records, artists, Shades of Thunder. You know them. They're Power Nerd and Addictum.
Yeah.
They're hard at work on their new, next album. Their next album. It'll feature, so he was reaching out to me. This stuff is going to sound more early 90s inspired, like rave inspired themes.
Okay.
So think like Born Slippy and Prodigy and stuff like that.
Sweet.
And they're going to be releasing singles over the next few months, but they've got one dropping tomorrow. We get to play it tonight because they're so nice. So here it is. This is Shades of Thunder with Radio Sunrise right here on Night Ride FM.
And once again, that was Radio Sunshine by Shades of Thunder. I like that. That's pretty groovy, man. I dig
Beautiful.
that. Yeah.
So apparently their next single is going to be one that sounds like Prodigy, so I can't wait for that.
I'm down with that. You know, I think I'm ready for that 90s vibe. I definitely could go for a little Prodigy vibe, a little Aphex Twin, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Is it really synthwave if it gets pushed in that direction? I don't know.
Yeah, because it's still retro.
It's still retro, man.
At some point, we should just say it's synthwave if it's over 30 years old.
You know, we should do it like classic cars. There's a rule on classic cars, and it's got to be older than, I think, 30 years old or something like that. And any car, I mean, it could be like a Geo Tracker. And if it's older than 30 years, it is classified, at least in the US, as a classic car. So right there, we just laid down the first official rule of synthwave because we love rules and stuff. Not really, but let's just go with it. Rule number 1, it is automatically classified as synthwave if it is older than 30 years old. It is like a fine vintage wine that you would drink with your
By the way,
friend.
Did you hear my cat hiss?
I did not. I didn't. Did she like the song?
No, so I got him a water fountain. And it's all
a
metal.
water fountain?
And I don't know what it is, but once in a while he'll walk up to his water fountain and then jump back and hiss at it. And I think it's because he sees his reflection in the water or in the metal.
Great. I love it.
And now he's staring at it like he's never seen it before in his life.
Yeah, he's showing down that other cat that's just like staring him down. He's like, yo, get out of my damn water bowl.
Cats, man. And by the way, we got a shout out to one of the horror knots.
Hey, my man.
Into the IRC.
Sweet. Love those guys. All right. Well, this is great. This is a great chat. Normally, this is the time where we would do our top story, but we're all burnt out, Jules. we're all burnt out this week.
Instead, we're just going to play music.
We're just going to play another, because, I mean, really, like, one of the skits would have equaled the song length. So we're just going to bang with another track here. So let's do another one. Hit you with a 1-2. I guess.
This just gets us into the interview with our guest that much quicker.
Coming up right after this, our interview with the very, very Darksynth-y, awesome producer.
Talented.
Draven.
Busybody Draven.
Busybody. I don't know if that's a flattering compliment, but maybe. I don't know. It depends. All right. So, all right, here we go.
Before we go dark, let's play something from a Florida artist. Land of the Palm Trees, Florida artist Midnight Fury went digging into his archives lately and found this gem that he had never released. So he's decided to rectify that situation. This is Midnight Fury with Defender right here on Night Ride FM.
And once again, that was Midnight Fury with Defender. Yeah, man, I like that. Is that like, that's backlogs that he found?
Yeah, it was like, it's some track that he did like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, but never released.
Wouldn't it be nice to just find a track like that laying around, like, oh yeah, let me dust this off, and I didn't even realize I had this under the couch cushion, and like just put it out, and it's like a banger like that. And yeah, I wish I could just find tracks like that were just laying around. And
I think Draven's done that. Let's
maybe. Well, you know what? Maybe we can ask him. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you our very special guest for the evening. Let's have a nice round of applause for Draven. Draven.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
It's our pleasure.
Of course.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2022 seems to be the year of Draven, because everywhere you look, it's a Draven track.
Yeah, what happened? How did that happen?
It's a Draven remix, or something remixed. One of Draven's songs remixed. Or
you really are a busybody.
Oh, I don't know really. It's most of the things that have been coming out lately. They have been done already, like past 5 or 7 months.
Okay.
Many things happened last year. For example, the Charlie Clauser remix that I did happened last year, and it was just sitting around in my arsenal. And I kept most of the things hidden because I wanted to, focus on Abyssal Arcana. And when that came out, I had more time to release the other things that I did, while I was waiting for the mix and master to be finished. And yeah, that gave me plenty of time to work on things. The collab that came out with Destroyer, I think he hit me up in summer, like in August, with an idea that he had, and we worked on the track, and yeah, we found a good time around Halloween. And many people wanted me on Halloween to be on either way their record, or as a collab, or maybe a remix.
And you did that Death Step collab with Destroyer, which was incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun for sure.
Yeah.
There's always more room to do Death Step, of course.
I love that. Yeah, I was gonna call it because it's kind of like a mixture of like dark synth and dubstep. And I wanted to call it Dark Step or Step Synth, but yeah, I think Death Step is probably more appropriate. Sounds a little bit like
Soup Step.
Yeah. But it's great. I love the sound. I love the mixture and the blend that you have. You're really kind of mashing the two genres, which is just really, really fun to do. It's fun to mash different genres together, but especially with the type of music that you do, because Darksynth has so much energy, and of course dubstep and all that, the EDM has so much just pent up energy as well. So you just kind of put them two together, and man, you just blow the doors off, man.
Yeah, it was quite honestly, because I'm working lately on some dubstep things on my own time, and when he came with the idea, he gave me something that had this 80s flavor to it, like the whole horror 80s flavor, but we wanted to bring it more into the modern realm, I would say.
Right.
And we tried to how to explain it correctly, we try to have both worlds in one song, which most of the times doesn't work, and it takes a little bit out the death steppy vibe.
Right.
But we used those sections as breaks and as stops, rather having them in the main melody or the main beat. And I don't know, it works, but it doesn't work for everything, I would say. Yeah.
Right. I would say it would be pretty tricky to get the vibe just right, because they are tricky. They aren't exactly easy to kind of mash together. Like the way you do it, it makes it seamless. But I mean, really, if you think about the vibe, like a dark synth vibe can be fast, can be very driving, and then you have that dubstep sound, which is, of course, it's a whole completely different rhythm. Really, it's almost like halftime.
horror synth is also.
Did you say
is a
horror
genre.
synth?
Horror synth.
Horror synth.
Yeah, that's because it's more like the soundtrack, slower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you kind of make it happen, which is awesome.
Well, dubstep has a lot of deathcore influences, I would say, like from the metal world. Like you have those cool breakdown metal riffs, I would say, that are translated into synth stuff. But yeah, you have the halftone drums, even though the BPM is faster than dark synthwave. Like you work about 150 BPM to 160
right.
for deathstep, which is a good place to start depending on the song. But as I said, I'm still fiddling my head into the genre myself, because it's very I don't know, it has something good in it, and doing all the time the same things over and over again gets a little bit frustrating for me, at least. That's why I try to do a lot of remixes and to bring different flavors into something.
Yeah, indeed. And you.
So I gotta ask, when did you start all this? What do you call it? Making music?
Oh, making music.
Yeah.
This thing we call making music, yes.
So making music officially for Draven, you mean, or making music general?
Let's say what kind of experience do you have before the entity named Draven?
Oh, okay. So before I was in a different metal project. In reality, I'm a rhythm guitarist.
Okay.
And
that makes sense.
Yeah, I was in different melodic death metal bands and metalcore bands, etc. And always had a love for horror stuff and orchestra stuff. And on my free time, I try to fiddle around with, I don't know, what I called back then production, which wasn't. I tried to play around with sample libraries of contact sample libraries of orchestra and stuff. And I don't know, I left the bands because I came to Germany and we split, and each one went their own way, I would say. And then I don't know, in 2018 I started, I wrote the first song, Vigilante.
Ah, yes.
And for Draven. Then I waited a year, and I think 2019 I was introduced by Ectoplague to Frank Sinistra from We Are Magonia. And from then on the first EP came, and that was the birth of the Draven project, I would say.
Very good.
And I mean, you just rattle off some amazing names in Darksynth.
Yeah.
Like
dropping
Ectoplague.
some crazy names there, my friend.
All the way from Nottingham, the Midlands of England, and then you got We Are Magonia.
Yeah, which are legendary.
France.
Yeah, amazing people, all of them. And
what's your? Go ahead.
Yeah, Ectoplague is also an amazing dude. The We Are Magonia boys are, they are what they are. I don't know. Production masterminds, evil baguettes.
Evil baguettes. I love it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say evil geniuses,
but
yeah.
They're tuned in because in France, it's probably 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. as well, right? But we got to mention to everyone, if you don't know already, they have a new album out called Triangle Unicode.
Yeah.
And if you head over to New Retro Wave Bandcamp, you can get yourself a vinyl of We Are Magonia's new Triangle Unicode.
And we highly recommend it. We've actually have an interview with We Are Magonia as well on the 80s Guy. So if you do check out the 80s Guy channel, it was a pretty rad interview. I think it was just me and the two gents from We Are Magonia. And it was a very cool interview. We played some of their stuff. We played stuff from their album, I believe the previous album. But it was pretty informative. It was real nice talking to those gentlemen. They are top of their game, top of their craft, and just the nicest guys. So check that out. Good tunes. Speaking of good tunes, Jules, what do you think, man? We've been talking about all this dark synth, rad, whatever the hell, deathcore. I mean, put it under whatever umbrella you want to put it on this badass. What do you think?
Right. Well, okay, Draven, you were talking about you were working hard on your Abyssal Arcana album, which is one of my favorite albums this year.
Oh, thank you.
How long did that take you to get all that done?
I think.
I mean, you dropped it like end of April.
So I was writing it while I was doing EP2. As far as I can remember, it has been such a long time. Sorry if I'm not exactly on the facts. I think I wrote it in a year, and I waited 9 months for the mixing and mastering, and yeah, that was it. So about almost 2 years.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing album. It's hard. It's melodic. This is one of the other things I like about you. You've got an ear for melody.
Thank you.
and also, this album features you collabing with Connor.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
One of my favorite artists. Connor is really talented.
He is, and he's a very good friend of mine, close one.
Awesome.
And yeah, we run together with the Spinesaw Records label. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Taking notes right now.
Indeed.
Okay, so you know what? While I do that, let's play some music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's do it.
From the album Abyssal Arcana, released end of April this year. This is Draven with Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, right here on Night Ride FM.
Once again, that was Draven with Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. I love it. I love the track titles. I think they're just so much fun.
Yeah, thank you. I had fun with them.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
You can just tell, like, when somebody has fun naming a track. It's like you can just see it.
Especially the second track on this album, the horrifying autopsy of Demian Raven.
Now, who is it? Is that an actual person? Is that someone
That's
from
him.
a movie?
Yeah, that's the main character. That's the real name of Draven.
Oh, look at that.
Demian Raven.
Oh,
It's
very
Demian
nice.
Raven.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I should have called it the horrifying autopsy of soups because we have like we have a
So
soup discussion.
you and We Are Magonia are having this soup discussion in the YouTube chats.
Yeah.
Really? All right, so
There's an
which
inside soup
is that
joke.
the IRC chat or is that the YouTube chat?
That's a YouTube chat.
I'm not privy to the YouTube chat because I'm just too lazy. You were talking about soups? Very nice. What soup is winning out?
I don't know.
No, we're talking about this song was 125 soups per minute.
Oh, I thought you were having a soup conversation. I was like,
We're talking about fish soup. I don't want to know.
fish soup? Ooh.
I
that a
think that's
thing?
Frank's favorite.
I could go down on some soup right now, like some chowder. That's not soup though. Is chowder soup?
Well, you know what? They might be using this might all be just code words or something. So if you say chowder, you might be down the right path there.
Okay. I mean,
I think-
I'm just saying that I like chowder. That's all. I don't know about code words, but I would call that a soup. A chowder can be a soup because it's like super thick. I feel like your music is like super thick, like a super thick chowder that just has like chunks of like corn in it and awesome things like green beans and that what's that white stuff? That's the base, you know.
I gotta first of all, quick shout out. We got Car and Zoe Lee who's joined us in the chat.
Hey, Car.
And our Night Ride FM overlord Z has joined us.
Excellent.
Over in the YouTubes, we've got Andy Stovall.
Very nice.
And our friend Darth Meow just reminded us that that song we just played, "Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things," it's the title of a movie from 1972, I think.
Oh, look
Yep.
at that.
Yeah, it is. There you go.
It is.
So there you
Most
go.
of the titles have a specific purpose why they're used in the album, and
So it's
they're-
not just making up like this sounds fun and creative and wacky.
No.
All right. So
They have a very specific purpose why they are, they're called that way. And if you are a big fan of horror stuff and horror movies, especially the 2000s, because most of the title names and
Like The
especially
Conjuring.
yeah, exactly, and
Yep.
also like Abyssal Arcana overall is a very, I wouldn't say a classic horror synth record. It's more goes more into the 2000s area of horror stuff, and that's why I was very inspired with more modern horror movies. I would
Modern
say.
horror, not like that giallo Italian stuff from the 70s and 80s.
Dude, I can say, and I've said that so many times. I'm not a big fan of 80s horror movies.
okay,
I don't know why.
They're so goofy.
speaking of horror movies,
it's so cheesy. That's the problem. Like, I cannot watch a horror movie and have all this cheese in between.
it's a lot of cheese. The 80s had a lot of cheese to it, but since we're on the subject, I would like to really break down your top 5 horror movies. I want to do this with every single Darksynth. I don't know if I did it with We Are Magoni. We're just gonna have to have them on a show again. If guys, if you want to come on the State of Synth, we will absolutely love to have you guys on, and we will ask you the same question: top 5 horror movies. So, from what you're saying, it's not going to be an older 80s horror movie. It's going to be something else, I guess, right?
Yeah. My top 5. So first of all, I think it's the Saw movie or the Saw franchise, of course.
A classic franchise.
The Evil Dead remake of 2013.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's amazing. Especially the soundtrack by Rock Banos on that movie is a masterpiece.
The game's pretty good too. If you ever played the game, that I guess it's inspired by the movie. A lot of killing and whatnot.
Oh, the game. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it called Cube? No, the game.
There's no. There's a game called Evil Dead, and it's on Steam. And
the game. Oh yeah.
It's not the game, the horror movie, the game. That's not even a horror movie. There is actually a movie called The Game, but that's got what is it? That guy,
that's a thriller movie with a
thriller.
brother.
Michael Keaton? No.
Yeah, with Michael Keaton.
Yes, Michael Keaton.
I think
something like that.
Where his brother buys him like a real game, and he's like in a thrill thing, and
that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, psychological thriller.
All right, so we got Saw, we got Evil Dead.
We're sidetracked. Yes. Evil Dead. Sinister. Okay.
Then I have to think. Okay, the Silence of the Red Dragon, Silence of the Lamp, and all that. I wouldn't call them horror movies. I call them thriller movies.
That's a thriller. Yeah. Lots of blood and lots of gore. I'm trying to think of something that would be inspirational to your music.
Martyrs Unrated is also very good, but it's not in my top 5.
Okay. What about that Centipede one?
The Conjuring, of course. I would put that in place 5.
Oh, that's got the Nicole Kidman in it, right?
Yeah. And Dead Silence, place 4. My brain was stuck. Sorry.
There you go, Dead Silence.
Dead Silence. All right.
All right, we're gonna put that on
Saw,
our
Evil
list.
Dead, Sinister, Conjuring, Dead Silence.
It's a good assortment of inspirational horror flicks.
I haven't watched the Evil Dead remake. The rest I have, so I gotta make a point of downloading that.
I'm not a horror movie fan. I don't know what it is.
I never used to until I watched. See, I'm a very jumpy person. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
So it's not so much the content that scares me. It's just I hate things that make me jump.
It's the anticipation.
I'm wound tight, and so that's it took me a while, but once I discovered that 80s horror, it's kind of, you can laugh at it,
right?
But like all the modern horror, like The Conjuring and stuff, I mean, that's some creepy, spooky stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, what's that other one? The Babadook.
Oh, the Babadook. Yeah. Well, that's psychology.
Kind of, yeah.
Horror. Yeah.
But that kind of stuff. I don't like stuff that makes me jump, right? But then, I was never a big horror fan. But then you watch those creative VC docs, In Search of Darkness,
right?
And you watch those documentaries, and you just want to start binging every horror movie that ever existed.
It's true.
I love those, and I love those. Yeah, like
I don't know. I love horror movies.
If you had a good gateway, what would be a good gateway movie for somebody who? I'm more of a psychological thriller kind of guy. Cyberpunk. I like a little bit of gore, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good gateway movie that
I think a good thriller movie that has a little bit of gore and a little bit of investigation and stuff is Seven, the movie Seven.
Seven.
What's in the box?
Yeah. That I did like. I like that one a lot. Would you consider that horror? Maybe.
No. I would say it's something. It has the thriller vibe.
That was a great movie.
Okay, what about Mandy?
Mandy.
I didn't like Mandy.
You didn't like it?
No.
Liked it because of the color palette. And
that I did like. Maybe because I don't know. Was that even a horror movie? I think it was like I
guess it is kind of. I guess
it was a lot of blood and a lot of red and a lot of Nick Cage.
Yeah, that's a problem. A lot of Nick Cage.
There was a lot of Nick Cage, but that was his. He did another crazy movie, and we like that he had one more in him.
Crazy. I think it's crazy fit in that movie.
Yeah.
Usually it doesn't, but
for sure. All right, so we're getting back on track here. What do we have left here? So much to cover.
Oh yeah.
Why don't
we? So you know what?
Maybe play a track.
Yeah, we're gonna play a track, but let's talk about some collabs because
yes.
Yeah. Like I guess because of all your work with all these other people, Destroyer and Connor and We Are Magonia and Lord knows who else, you've got a lot of tracks dropping this year, or they do, that have your name on it. How do you manage to interface with these guys? How do you manage to, like, you know what? Let's play a track. We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to dive into it now. I'm getting.
Speaking of collabs, right? But all right, from the end of September this year, you dropped this track. It's another one of your collabs with Connor. This one's called "In the Taste of Blood," right here on Night Ride FM.
All right, that was Draven featuring Connor with In the Taste of Blood. And could we talk about that song just real quick? Because a couple of things going on at that, especially right in the middle, right towards the beginning, towards the middle. The song just kind of cuts out.
Yeah.
I had to do a double take. several times when I was listening to Spotify, and then I listened to it on Bandcamp, and every time I listen to it, it's got this, like, it's not like, I mean, it just cuts out. It's like, it's just like almost like, I don't know. It's definitely, obviously it was put
It
there
keeps
for
you on
dramatic.
edge, that's why.
Yeah, dramatic purposes.
It keeps you disturbed.
I had one, like the day it was released, I had one dude on Facebook who was like, does your audio cut out at minute one? And I was like, no, this is on purpose.
Because it's very I don't want to say it's ill-timed, because it's not ill-timed, but there's something about, like, if I'm even looking at the waveform, I mean, this is just
there is silence, yeah.
There is literally like if I was like listening whatever to something that would like track to like the next track or something like that, like if I was like recording it on like, I don't know, a recording software, because I never do that, but it would go to the next track and start recording the next track, and you know, so it's wild.
In reality, what happened there is I had in that section, I think, a scream, like a woman screaming, and it goes into the main beat again, like the main acid line again. And at that day, I don't know, I have already 2 screams in the song, and I wanted to do something else for that transition, to come again into the acid bass line, to emphasize it more, I would say. So I tried a couple of things, and at the beginning I just cut the audio, like I had, split the audio, and I had only I would call it silence, but there was in the waveform some kind of like artifacts and dynamics. So what I did, I just muted the output for that little section.
Yeah, it's like dead silence, right?
I like it.
So you
I dig it too. Yeah, it throws you off.
Yeah, exactly. And many people, like my girlfriend, didn't like it at all. She was like, "What's that?" And other people like Connor and Frank, they loved that part.
So
and
for me, like horror synth or dark synth or something, it's supposed to make you feel uneasy.
Right.
And that's why I like that silence. You're listening to the song, you're just going along, you expect something there, and just dead silence, and it creeps you the hell out. It gets right back on into the song. It reminds you that this isn't a dreamwave.
Right. It's jarring. It's jarring, and that's what it's meant to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fluffy like Carpenter Brute. It's real Darksynth.
Exactly. Well, very nice. And I like the samples that you used in the, I guess it's towards the end, like towards the bridge part. Where did you get those samples? It's like a creepy voice kind of thing.
So In the Taste of Blood is a reference to the Saw movie, but it's not a reference to the original Saw movie. It's a reference to the demo version of the Saw movie. Before before James Wan made the Saw movie and went with Twisted Pictures and Lionsgate and stuff for the main production, they had to send over a demo. And when you buy the official DVD, you get also the demo with it. And the woman in the demo says, when she talks to the policeman, and all I could taste was blood. And I manipulated the voice like really hard, and like I did some effect stuff, put a radio thing over, dropped it some octaves, ran it through compressors and whatever, and like a pan delay that's like hitting a ping pong effect left and right, with a lot of feedback. And it became this voice, and it doesn't it's not even close to the original. It has some kind of flavor from the original, but the idea started with that one sample. Like I wanted to use that sample very badly because I really like that specific part. It has like this she says it with such emotion, like
right.
You can feel that there is something wrong about that, and I used that for a more kind of clubby song, I would say.
Well, that's pretty sick. I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, thank you.
It's wild. I love that track. It's really, really one of my favorites, I think, from your archive. And
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, as we were saying before that song, so that one was featuring Connor. So yeah, how do you manage to reach out, or do they reach out to you? These artists like Destroyer, We Are Magonia, Connor, who else? Who else have you collabed with?
Dave Draven.
Oh yeah, Davdrelian.
Yeah, I have like Gremlin, also, which is an old school horror synth dude.
Yep.
And other people too, and many things will come in the future. But it tends to be a two-way high road, I would say. I don't know if the expression is correct.
Two-way street.
Two-way street.
Yeah, two-way street.
Yeah.
Sometimes I reach out to people and like, for example, with Dave Draven, I had nothing to lose, and I told him, hey man, I really love your music. It has been one of my first things that I heard of when I came into the scene, and I respect the man to the bone. And I asked him if there is any possibility that he has time for me to work on a track, and he said yes. I sent him a demo, so he gets an idea where I want to go with my concept, and it worked out. And it doesn't always work out, of course, because of schedules. Many people also tour bigger names, and sometimes you have to wait because they have their main project, like the main album, or they have other things lined up. But there are other things, like with Destroyer. The first remix that I did, he asked me if there was any possibility that, because he liked my music and he wanted me to remix one of the tracks with a collaboration that was totally random. We were exchanging songs, and I sent him like a deathstep song that I was working on, and he was like, oh damn, I'm working also on deathstep, do you want to do like a collab? So we started a brand new song. And sometimes things fall into place and they just happen. Other times I have to ask, or the artist asks me, and I think there is also a certain factor of professionalism behind that, like that they are professional and I try to be as professional as I can and treat them that way. Also the image plays a role, and many people didn't, till I released Abyssal Arcana, I only had done EPs, and the EPs were concepts. They weren't full albums, so they hadn't, listened maybe to my full, I don't know, potential as a musician, maybe. Right. And it opened a lot of gates, and so
you've got a nice network now of fellow Darksynth and like horror synth artists. Some of them, by the way, you mentioned Dave Drellian. Is it Dav Drellian or Dave Drellian?
It's Dave Drellian, I think.
Okay, Dave Drellian. Anyways, you mentioned Dave there. He's got a new album dropping on the 25th called Cthulhu. So folks should know about that. We Are Magonia just dropped their new album. And Dave Drellian dropping a new album.
Indeed.
It's a good time to like Darksynth.
Yeah, it is definitely the right time, man. So, all right, so you have all this crazy collabs and music. What's next on the horizon? What do you got coming up? Live shows, maybe a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What's cooking in the pot? What's cooking in the soup pot, as they would say?
I would love to do live shows, but the hard part is that I'm working full time, first of all.
Yeah.
And second of all, I'm using a lot of orchestras and stuff. I don't know if it would be possible. I would love to play live and not
you need
DJ,
a live orchestra for your stuff. That would be ridiculous.
Plus, there's no point playing live unless you can get Carpenter Brute to open for you, right?
True. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know what's next. I'm working on 2 albums at the same time and on a soundtrack.
Wow.
And I'm focusing right now on I'm writing a side story of Draven, more EBM kind of album.
Oh,
I would
cool.
say.
An actual story?
Well, I'm writing always stories for my albums. Like my brother writes always the story for my album, but this one is more loose, I would say. It's like a side story that doesn't include Draven as a character in it.
Gotcha.
If that's placed
Demian
correctly.
Raven.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
And it has like I'm trying to do different styles, some techno, trance, EBM, agrotech, and yeah. And then the official Draven storyline will continue. That's also in the works, and at the same time a soundtrack. So I'm quite busy, I would say.
Yeah, that definitely sounds.
So, one of the things I forgot to ask, because I always ask this out of our artists. What's your DAW of choice? What's your favorite tool?
There it is.
Yeah. Well, I use Coco's Reaper. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, Reaper. Yeah.
It's very similar to Logic.
Yeah.
A little more powerful, I would say.
And also it's got the cool name Reaper. So
yeah. I mean,
a Darksynth artist better be using that and not Logic.
Of course, a Darksynth artist is going to be using Reaper. Come on.
But I also use Ableton Live for doing glitches and stuff, because you have more possibilities in there that Reaper doesn't offer you. I don't know. FL Studio. I use that if someone sends me a template, or I found a template online where I like what he did on the mix, and I just check it out. But I don't really understand what's happening in that DAW. And Frank uses how's it called? Image line, and every time I look at that DAW, I get an aneurysm. I don't know. It's too hard to understand. Maybe I'm too stupid for it. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's cool. Yeah. You're a little bit agnostic as far as the DAW, but you do have your favorites, which is nice. It's nice to know you can work in other people's DAWs of choice as well. That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, well, I started with Cubase, and I've had here and there different shares of DAWs, but I think Reaper stuck to me because I like the workflow and the possibilities of doing different racks and routing different outputs to different other tracks. It's easier. You can do more sound design stuff, and because I'm a person that gets carried away a lot, stacking sounds and
Yeah, so it's like you're like an engineer. You like taking cables and plugging them here and there. And
oh no, I'm far from an engineer, but I am how's it called? Yeah, I like to mess a lot around with music, and Reaper gives me that possibility to mess a lot around with it. Yeah.
It's very cool.
You'll get your Reaper check in the mail soon after they hear this.
That's right indeed. So I tell you what, speaking of all the awesome music, did you make this track here that we're gonna play, which is Charlie? Is that Clouser? Closer. You make that
Charlie
in Reaper
Clouser.
as well? Clouser.
All right, there we go.
Very
Clouser,
good.
yeah.
Is that a Reaper project right there?
It's a Reaper project.
Nice.
Nice. It has.
So, this is the one from. This is the track from Saw, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Tell you what, Jules. Why don't we go ahead and just give it a spin, my friend? What do you think?
Yep. We lost Draven there for a second.
He's gonna reboot. We're gonna play it, and Jules, you want to go ahead and set us up for this real quick?
Yep. Oh, Draven, you're back, right?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
All right, there we go.
My internet connection was.
No worries.
It happens.
Okay, we'll talk about it after the song. Let's kick it off. Halloween is a special time in the synthwave darksynth scene. And of course, Draven released a bunch of tracks in collaboration with other artists. But he also dropped this gem. It's a remix of the Saw theme, if I'm correct, right? So this is a theme from Saw.
Yep, it is.
Right.
It is.
Cool.
It's the main theme and also the overture. Overture version of it.
Cool. So here it is. This is Draven with his remix of Charlie Clouser's track Hello Zep and the Overture right here on Night Ride FM.
All right, once again, that was Charlie. Is that Closer? We covered this before.
Clouser.
And Hello Zap and Overture by Draven. The Draven. Wait, this is Draven by Draven, the Draven remix.
Yeah. It's Draven's remix of Charlie Clouser.
I gotcha. All right. Very good. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so yeah, man, this has been an awesome time. I mean, we love your music, and it's just rip your face off awesomeness. If people want to find out more about your music, let's drop some links, some socials into the chat. Let people know about your stuff, your music, the things you're part of, and get the word out. What do you think?
Yeah, you can always find me under Draven1980s bandcamp.com. or just Draven, and it's the first vampire face that you see on Spotify. It's quite easy. Other than that, we have also our Spinesore Records label, where we support the Darksynth and horror synth scene and like mid-tempo deathstep scene with our playlists, and we try to include everyone we can in there. And so reach out to us, to me or to Connor anytime. And other than that, I don't have any other links. I just want to say thank you for having me.
Of course.
It was a pleasure, and thank you for all the kind words and the awesome support. And
of course.
For the support from everyone. I don't take it for granted. So
it's easy to support great artists.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, Darksynth is some of the best kind of stuff.
It is 100%. It is, and
it's so powerful.
I hope we evolve a little bit with a genre, like push it to its limits, as far as we can, because dark music is always cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we're getting there. I mean, I really am starting to get into the new evolution of the sounds, and it's not just straight that driving dark synth music. I like the fact that people are bringing the orchestral stuff in, and the EDM, and the drum and bass, and all of the dubstep. I just love mashing it all together, and it just really increases the sound, I believe. It really kind of opens it up. It opens up a lot of opportunities for a lot of artists out there to not sound the same, because we love diversity, and it's a great canvas to play around with, for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, that's also the purpose of music.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Pushing.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you coming on. I know it's late.
Thank you.
4 a.m. all the way over in Germany and France.
God bless you guys, honestly.
I know.
I'm in bed by 11:30. I'm like, I'm out. I gotta go. You guys staying up till 4 a.m. We have so many listeners that listen 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. So shout out to all the people that stay up to listen to the State of Synth. You guys honestly are just amazing people.
Our guests like you, and to our listeners who it's the middle of the night, thank you so much.
Indeed. So we're gonna let you get on your do you sleep in a coffin?
I will.
Gonna close up your coffin, and I don't know. What do you stand it up, or do you just keep it laid down when you sleep?
Nah, I think standing up is cooler.
Yeah, of course. It's got better.
Especially when one comes into the room.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to go, honestly. But very good. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Once again, folks.
Thank you, guys.
Draven1980s.bandcamp.com. Buy all the stuff. Go to Draven1980s on all the socials. Follow all the things, and find him on Spotify. Add him to your playlist.
Indeed.
Have a good night, sir.
Same to you guys. Bye bye.
Right.
Take care. Mr. Jules. That was awesome.
Have some powerful music.
Yeah.
Very cool character.
I love it. Mm-hmm. And I guess maybe we'll change it up a little bit. We got some more hard stuff too, but let's kind of soften it up a little bit so we can lull Draven into his coffin. And I think let's put a tune on that'll help him do that.
Let's do it. All right. Norwegian artist Thalrex has dropped a new track, and by the way, he's also launched a Curates campaign for his album Memories on vinyl.
Very good.
So yeah, Thalrex is pretty good producer. Here is this is Thalrex with Drive Until Dawn, featuring Sleepless Nights, right here on Night Right FM.
and that is Thorax, featuring Sleepless Nights with Drive Until Dawn, right here on Night Ride FM.
You know what we were talking about earlier? Okay, so us Canadians, we kind of celebrate Black Friday as well.
Yes,
but you guys don't do Boxing Day, do you?
What is that?
So before Black Friday spilled over from the United States into Canada, our day of deals was the day after Christmas.
Oh, really?
So, you know, everybody's blowing all their money
right
on presents and stuff. So the retailers are like, okay, well, we got leftovers and we need to sell them to broke people, so we're going to call it Boxing Day.
Oh.
So I'm sure there's another reason why it's called Boxing Day, but that's the day of deals.
That's cool. We don't have that for some reason. I guess people, they just get so exhausted after Christmas that they're like, you know what the day after Christmas
here we go.
is?
So Boxing Day it's originated as a holiday to give gifts to the poor.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, well, we're Americans, so we don't do that. We don't participate in that.
Deals, man, deals.
You know what the day after Christmas is? I got to return my tie and the shit that I don't want day.
That's those socks that are all like pink.
This sock, like, I don't even know what grandma was thinking, but yeah, it's gotta go. Day, that's the day. So we enjoy it, and it's a tradition. Take back your shit day. Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Official holiday. So while we're I don't know, talking more.
Let's play a song. We got a lot of we got lots of more music to play.
We do. We have more music and more. We got to get to album releases coming up right after this. But until then, let's play another tune. What do you think?
Let's do it. Okay, Boston artist Johnny Fallout has a new EP dropping November 25th called Memories of Nowhere. And he's letting us play a premiere for all of you. I think Karin played a different track this morning. And we're going to play this one. This is Johnny Fallout with Down the Rabbit Hole, right here on Night Ride FM.
Good evening, users. Stand by for download. Decrypting.
Sorry, all circuits are busy.
they exactly substantiate your claim of amnesia. Amnesia. I don't think they exactly substantiate your claim of amnesia.
I need the body.
Amnesia. Amnesia.
I need the body.
Amnesia. Amnesia.
All right, once again, that was Johnny Fallout with Down the Rabbit Hole. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we pretty much have gone straight down the rabbit hole. That's one way of putting it. Yeah, that's a euphemism if you kids don't know what a euphemism is. But ladies and gentlemen, album releases. Let's go ahead into our album releases and see what we got coming out.
Let's do it. So, yeah, we played this at the top of our show. Shades of Thunder is dropping a new single tomorrow called Radio Sunrise, November 23rd. I bet you can find it on their Bandcamp or the Outland Recordings Bandcamp.
Yeah, indeed. November 25th, we have the Lightning Kids with All of Those Nights. That is an album coming out. And, of course, we have Johnny Fallout with Memories of Nowhere. So, there he is.
Just
a little
heard that.
pre-charge for your
Yep.
listening pleasure.
Let's see. December 2nd, a couple of things are dropping. My favorite, the 2D Cat new album called Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah.
If you were lucky enough to order up the vinyl, you probably have it in hand already.
Nice.
Even before the digital drops. Let's see. The Last Concord is dropping a new single on Friday, or December 2nd, sorry, yeah, next Friday, called All I Need Is You, featuring Dream Kid. And also, this just in, Star Madman and Blue Lagoon have collaborated on a new single dropping December 2nd called Hindsight.
Very good. And Andrew Lassim. Andrew Lassim. No th. Andrew Lassim.
Just a t.
I can't do it. I can't say it. Jules?
Andrew Lasint.
Lasint on January 2023 with The Lost City. It's an album. You're going to dig it. It's good stuff.
Yep. Wow, the album he dropped this year was amazing. So, yeah, this will be cool.
Well, very good.
All right. Okay, you wanted this track. I'll let you lay this one out.
Yeah. This is a Fixed Artist Mega Drive.
Mega Drive. It's the Mega Drive.
Mega Drive from Texas is back with his second single from what looks to be an upcoming album. Yes, this is pretty sweet, actually. This is actually one of the artists that Vosto plays. Speaking of tracks that Vosto plays, great artist, great track. This is a tune called Black Katana, and you're listening to it right here on Night Ride FM. that was Mega Drive with Black Katana. Yeah. All right, Mr. Jules, let's go ahead and round some things up here. We got some birthdays in the house. Why don't we go ahead and talk about them? What do you think?
Well, today, J Vintage is celebrating a birthday, as well as Vector Wolf.
That's the German in you.
Yeah.
Very good. And November 25th, we have Shredder 1984. Speaking of Darksynth.
Nice, yeah. We've also got, November 26th, Sagittarius 5 is celebrating birthday.
Very good. And November 27th, we have Wolf Gaze. Very nice.
Happy birthday. And finally, November 30th, Ollie Ride celebrating her birthday.
Good old Ollie Ride. Haven't
Good
heard
old
him
Ollie.
in a while. I'm sure he's cooking something. He's cooking his own pot of soup.
Yeah, he's got an album on the way, I'm sure. So, but that collab he did with Fury Weekend
Oh, that's right.
a couple of
That's
weeks
right.
ago, Soul Survivor. Oh, great song.
It's pretty wicked. So there it
stuff.
is. Good old Ollie. He is always doing things and whatnot. All right, so another track and
Yes.
going
we
to
got
touring
more
events.
music.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Finnish artist Sandman is known for some really cool outrun and cyberpunk vibes. And this time they have teamed up with Shawnee P from LeBrock for a nice glam rock track. Here's Sandman with Rise featuring Shawnee P right here on Night Ride FM.
Silent victims have we all. Good and anger with our backs against the wall. Close your eyes and watch you see. Stand in line for all of time and never breathe. Challenge everything, don't take it lying down. Unreplaceable, 6 feet underground. It's time to be afraid, lost in paradise. Going nowhere now, we're running for our lives. It's time to rise when we fall. Burning hearts hit the floor. It never ends, never sleeps. Words are weapons taken to the streets. It's time to rise. It's time to rise. Lead the way, look inside, fight the pain, hold the line. Lead the way, look inside, fight the pain. It's time to rise. It's time to rise.
And that was Sandman featuring Shawnee P with Rise.
Yes.
Very
Cool
good.
tracks. That's like some serious like glam rock metal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I dig that vibe. And speaking of vibes, it's a vibe. Touring and events. People coming around to your
yeah.
town, playing some sweet, sweet synthwave music. And we're
Yep.
gonna tell
Although
you about
I gotta this time of the season, the number of events sort of winds down as the holidays approach.
Little dwindle. That's
Yeah,
okay.
A little dwindle. Sorry.
It's quite all right.
But there are a few things if you're lucky enough in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and anything's better than 2020. So there you go.
Yeah. So let me kick this one off. Okay, November 24th coming up in 2 days. If you're in Helsinki, Finland, Helsinki Synth City is putting on a show with Levinsky, Susie Sabotage, and Rich of the Veil.
Very good. And November 25th, we have Electric Escape with Infraviolet, Young Empress, Pensacola Mist, and that is in Brighton, England. So if you're in Brighton, that's the jam.
Cool. Let's see. On December
3/4
3rd and three quarters. Yeah. Goddamn Google Docs.
Google Docs.
All right. So December 3rd and 4th. Once again, Maverick Festival is happening. It's Maverick Festival 3. It's a Twitch stream. This one's over 30 hours. I don't know how many DJs are in this.
30
but,
hours. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it starts at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Wow.
And it goes till some a.m. or p.m. on Sunday. I don't know. But yeah, if you head over to linktree.com/Maverick Festival, you will find out the schedule for all the DJs. It's basically just one DJ after another, a Twitch raid train that just goes on and on and on. And yeah, it's going to feature yours truly, as well as Karin Zoe Lee and Faith in the Glitch and Zero Tonin from Australia.
All the
Mega
biggest
hit.
and best DJs.
Yeah, you got it.
Everyone.
So yeah, look for that, December 3rd and 4th.
Well, very good. And of course, we want to let you know about Night Arcade. We have Collage Metelvin, DJ Deverox 9585. Sorry,
DJ Devereaux.
Yeah, all them French people I can't pronounce their names. It's coming up.
Well, these ones are what are they? Dutch. They're Dutch. They're from
whatever.
Amsterdam.
The Dutch are even worse. Netherlands, Amsterdam, December 17th. Be there or be Dutch, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Speaking of which, by the way, rattling off that Maverick Festival 3, man, Evil Son, he should have reached out to Joe Loke, who joined us in the IRC chat, because Joe could be doing some nice, sweet sets.
Yeah.
Joe's got his turntables with real vinyl and stuff.
Real vinyl, nice. That would be fun to do a all vinyl set. That'd be pretty wicked. And I think I stepped on your line there, Jules, but I'm going to do one more and talk about my main crew over at Neon Retro Fest. Make sure you go ahead and join up and get your tickets now for Neon Retro Fest. It is in Tampa, Florida, and I believe that is on April 14th through the 16th, something like that.
That's correct.
And we have the date down as TBA, but we know the date. Actually, you know what?
That's the artist.
I just can't read. I can't read.
Von Kaiser will be there, but we don't know who else.
Yes, we do, but we can't say. But let me just say, the artists that are there, gonna be there. You're gonna like it. You're gonna have a good time. So,
and of course, you can head over to nightride.fm/blog/synthwave-events. I put it in the chats. If you want to track any events going on around the world, that's Synthy.
Synthy. All right, speaking of Synthy, let's try to play another track. What do you think, my friend?
Let's do it. We're almost there.
there.
UK artist Darfools. I just call him Darf because it's just so much more fun. Darf. He's got a new fresh single out, plus a cool music video with him on a motorcycle. And of course, this guy creates like wonderful vocal synthwave, and he's also a video producer as well. So thus, every track he releases, there's always a cool music video to go along with it. So this is Darfools with Lift Me Higher here on Night Ride FM.
You can feel my heart is beating like a villain on the run. The fire deep inside is burning, even hotter than the sun. People say this road is dangerous, but I know that you're the one. I know the risk that I am taking, but you lift me higher. You take me no matter what, just keep on moving like a bullet from a gun. I'm playing owner of a lonely heart, and the day is almost gone. The fuel in my veins is dying, but I do it just for fun. I know the risk that I am taking, but you lift me higher. You take me higher. You lift me higher. You take me
And that was Darfolds with Lift Me Higher. Very cool track. Cool track.
He's always cranking out these uplifting songs.
Yeah, I dig it. We got to have him on the show. Have we had him
That's
on the
cool.
show?
No, we haven't.
We have to
He's
have
from
him.
Nottingham in the UK.
We got to do it, man. We got to do it. We got to have an outreach. We need a street team.
I can say, though, I am in one of his music videos.
What?
Yeah. What is it? Before COVID or just after COVID, he reached out to a couple of people and asked if we'd film ourselves doing something silly
That's
or
cool.
something cool. Stuck us in his, because he likes making music videos.
That's pretty awesome, man. Well, very good. I really dig that. And I think we're just about done, right? We're done with the show.
are done.
We have a little bit of chatter about how you guys can give us some money and whatnot, because, you know, we take money to run this entire station. It's a crazy mad funding. I don't know. It's a big thing. It's a big to do. Servers cost money, and your money goes to help out keep the synthwave alive, keep it on your station for 24/7, and keep it awesome. And do we have any I don't know, anything else to say?
Yeah, well, once again, we gotta throw a shout out to Retro Hit Radio down in New Zealand, who rebroadcasts us on Sundays down in New Zealand. You can find them at retrohitradio.co.nz. Once again, they're like us, 24 hours of music all day long, synthwave, retrowave, you name it.
Well, very good, very good. All right, so that's it. You can always go to thestateofsynth.com, get all the information on all the shows, buy us a beer if you like. We are still drinking our beer from last week from Barracuda.
Yeah.
In fact, I bought another 6-pack, so I'm going to town because I'm drinking Jules's beer.
Derek, I'm hopping on a plane now.
I will buy you a beer. If you come to New Jersey, I will buy you beers all night, and it's all on Barracuda because Barracuda is the man or woman. I'm assuming man, but I don't know. It's a wonderful person that bought us a beer, bought us many beers. So very nice. We love you, and thank you for doing that.
Big thanks to our guest, Draven, for jumping on. He jumped on at 3 a.m. We let him go just after 4 a.m. his time, so very much appreciated.
Yeah, indeed. And
Mysterian tunes in at 3 a.m. as well. So
yeah, it's crazy.
Some of our listeners, thank you guys.
Thank you so much. And that's it for our show. Make sure you check us out next week. We do it all over again. We're going to have a very, very special guest. I think we have the Neon Retrofest guy on, Grant Garvin. That is going to be amazing. We're going to pick his brain for all the neon information and get you the information first for Neon Retrofest, which is happening in April. So that's going to be exciting. Until then, thanks for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit reply, ring the bell. I don't know. Give your cat some water and I don't know. All that stuff. Make the soup.
Make the soup.
Make the soup.
State of soup.
The state of soup. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to round it out here with one last track. Jules, you want to go ahead and set this one up?
Sure. We're going to play you all out with this track from Polish artist Cyberwalker's latest album, Future Waves Volume 2. This is Awakening the Mind by Cyberwalker. Right here on Night Ride FM. From all of us, have a great night.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.